Hey y'all, hey, it's this drunk girl Sheree, and I'm back because I played the Dark Anthology. I love this series, y'all. I keep playing the Dark Anthology. But I have played the Dark Anthology House of Ashes, which is game 3 in this anthology, or season 1, however you want to call it. I'm back, and I got some thoughts. This is my first time having notes for them, but also she's a badass game as usual. There's gonna be some spoilers, so you can hit pause and go play her and then come listen to me, or just know that you might not get my ending, because again, it's a choose your own, multiple endings, multiple characters can live or die. Good time, good time, good time. Anywho's, basically you are playing, for the most part, a bunch of characters who are part of a military unit who are going to unearth something. I forget what, because I'm not a military girl. But they're going to unearth something, and while they're out in the desert causing trouble and getting into fights with brown people, we we unearth something else, something evil, something with a bunch of creatures, something with a history. And I'm not gonna lie, it was real fun. It was real fucking fun. Okay, so off the bat, I'm not a military girl, so I was like, maybe this is the game I'm not gonna enjoy in this anthology. And don't get me wrong, it was shaky. We definitely have the character who says racist things. We have the character who's very much pro-America, which is off-putting for me, and I wanted him to die. He did not die in the ending I got, but that's what next time is for. Um, we also don't have any I was not familiar with any of the actors involved in this one, I should say. I'm sure some of you may or will be. I wasn't, and so that was kind of fun to be like, I don't know anybody. I'm not just like, this is Sean Ashmore, or Jesse Buckley. It was kind of nice to just be like, this is a game again. However, I will also say that after I was done playing, I went to Google the actors, and I feel like we took steps back with the likenesses, and I don't know, I am not designing video games, so I can't be all like, it's the blah blah and the blah blah, but usually the things are crisp. The faces are crisp, they're popping, so you know who this person is. And when you hold up the pictures of who these characters are and their actors, I'm just like, something's off. Even though the worlds are still gorgeous, the worlds are still giving, and so I don't know what in the character design happened. It wasn't enough to be like, this game is shit. It was just like, this is not what y'all normally give me. What's up, Supermassive Games? But again, I persevered. I fucking love that we get trapped under the earth. And what we are assuming are just vampire bat situations become so much more complicated. They blew it the fuck up. It felt more Christopher Pike than R.L. Stine, for those of you who used to read the young adult horror novels, like I did and do. And I appreciated that. I also appreciate that the gameplay is still getting simpler for those of us who don't always want to push 4 buttons to do one thing. I love that one of the leaders of my squad was a woman. Yes, it can happen. Go with me here. She was a woman. We also had a couple characters of color involved. One of them kept trying to sacrifice himself, and I was like, sir, you're the only black man on my squad. I'm trying to save you, if nobody else. Please stop. Please stop. But he didn't. But I still got him out. No thanks to him. I will also say that this game is probably some of the tensest gameplay I've gotten. It took me a minute to get into it. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a real long time to get into this one, longer than any of the other games, because usually they win me over in the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes max. And that's what me being like, I don't like aquatic horror. They're like, come on, bitch. This one took me a couple days, I'm not gonna lie, to get into it. But once you get into it, there is some cool ass shit waiting for you. There is a tense battle, and you're like, oh fuck, we're not gonna top that. And then in the ending I got, we got another battle with the survivors that made it up top. That was also a moment. And because we were surviving these battles, I kind of wanted my characters to live, which is why a lot of them did. I mean, I still killed a couple more because I'm me, but I wanted them all to do well. Yes. But back to that first battle. I fucking lived, laughed, loved. I think all of my notes about the game, again with the character renderings and all that, fuck that. That is what this game is for. If you make it to that battle and you are not like, this might be one of my favorite games of this series, I don't know you. It was worth the journey because again, like we always have a good time in this anthology, but we don't always get anything that's as cuckoo bananas. We don't always get anything that is just like leaping from character to character, trying to juggle all these balls, ammo going, things attacking. It was chaos. It was mayhem. I loved it. I loved it so much, and I want so much more of that in season 2. I don't care what we gotta do to get there. But yes, I think that this is definitely the best use of passing the baton, if you will, where you switch from character to character in the middle of the moment and in the heat of battle, because it was like Ring Around the Rosie. I thought I killed a lot of these characters in that battle and before that battle and after that battle, and they kept coming back up. And so I also think that there are deadlier things I might have missed for some of them. But in the middle of that battle, I was happy they were all there because some of the people I wanted to live were going to get it if the other person hadn't popped up randomly and the other person being me playing them again. I'm here for this one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm here for this one, even with the shaky character who's got to be your typical Marine racist. Or military racist, I should say, different branches. I'm here for the uneasy alliances that were forged. I'm here for the government fuckery. I would say the battle is why I'm so fucking excited to replay her. Again, she's the hardest for me to get into for so many reasons that I listed, and probably so many mental roadblocks that I'm not even aware of. But that battle was fucking sick. And I would play her again just to get there. If I could like, go back to that chapter, I might. Even though, again, I want to kill some other people. And I tried to kill them, y'all. I'm not, I am underselling my efforts to get everybody murdered. At one point, I led back an infected person to the group to make shenanigans happen. And they did not let that. They were like, oh, she's back. We got to get rid of her. And I was like, but no, I brought her for you. I brought her for you. We also had to kill a couple people because I was like, I'm not going to risk it. Maybe there's a way to save this person. We're not going to risk it. It's fun. Get into it, y'all. I can't say enough good things about it. I don't think so right now, because I played Man of Medan and I played Lil Hope and I played this one. Right now, Lil Hope is my favorite story-wise. But there's no beating the shit that went down in House of Ashes. That they really mastered what they're doing with this game, what they can do with this game, and I'm excited to see what they get into in the fourth and final entry in this first season, which is The Devil in Me. If we get anything half as cool and half as fun, my mind's gonna be blown. And I'm ready. Obviously, this is another yay for me. I don't think Supermassive Games has failed me yet. I'm conflicted. Like, if I were to rate them again, this is not overall my favorite, but I can never forget how I felt in those battles with these giant creatures, tagging my other people, going round and round, killing some of them, I thought. And I don't know if I'll ever have that kind of joy again this year, to be honest. So she's middle of the road. She's enthusiastic middle of the road for this particular group, because this is my 5th game I've played from them now, if you count The Quarry and Until Dawn, which are not in this anthology. She's definitely somewhere in the center though, holding court as she should be. If you've played House of Ashes, let me know your thoughts. If you've not played House of Ashes, go play it now so we can have thoughts together, because my brain is still categories. I want to go back in, but the devil in me is waiting. Anyways, thanks. Bye.